Hi, everybody. We're reading from page 47 on quarter 3. This is the quick write for a homework assignment. The problem begins saying, we'll say Aiden because we have an Aiden. Aiden and Abby were swimming in their pool. Abby swam 6.4 feet and Aiden swam 6.42 feet. Notice the different place values that come after this decimal here. The question is, who swam the furthest? So we'll even begin. Let's write a goal statement. Blank swam the furthest. Remember, this goal statement will help students go back to what they're supposed to figure out for their answer. We see the furthest means here who had the larger depth swam, or I'm sorry, the longer length. So we're going to justify with explanation using language, pictures, models to prove our thinking. Okay, so what everybody definitely wants to start off with is a place value chart. You have your ones, decimal, tenths, T, and then THS, and then hundredths, lowercase h, THS. Okay? Here in the first, we have, we'll say Abby, AB. Abby swam how much? Go back in the text, you see 6.4 feet. Aiden can be abbreviated as AY, and he swam 6.42 feet. So who swam the furthest? Right now, if we remember back to what we talked about before, we have a little dotted 0 here. If the last decimal given is your tenths, then you can infer that the place after it, the hundredths, would have a 0. So 6.4 is equal to 6.40. If you're thinking in terms of money, this is $6.40 versus $6.42. 4 dimes and 0 pennies. 4 dimes and 2 pennies. So here, we can make a case that 6.40 is less than 6.42. So we could say Aiden swam the furthest. Now, if you want to make a diagram or a picture the way that they did here, what you could do is literally draw a pool. Of course, you have to draw it better than mine. And mine, actually, you can see, is not even level on top. So sometimes teachers even have to go back and erase. Here you go. Do that better. There we go. I like that more. So this is a basic pool, we'll say. If the total depth, we'll say you don't see many pools that are at 6.42 feet, we'll just round and say the entire depth. Here, this little meter right here is going to say the entire depth is at 7 feet. Okay? So, if we're talking about maybe to the bottom of the pool, Abby swam 6.40, Aiden swam 6.42 feet. Maybe 6.40 is about right here with Abby. And then just a little bit further, look, 2/100ths of a foot further. That's like microscopic. Maybe you'd put Aiden. Or Aiden. So what the goal is really is just to show that one is greater than the other. If you want to do it in length, you can as well. That way was depth. Now in language, we're going to explain down here how we know. Okay. You want to start off your statement, perhaps, I know that blank swam further because, well, excuse me, let me not put the dots there. You understand that the rest of the writing would continue from there. I'm going to let you pause the video here and maybe come up with your own explanation as to why. Okay, welcome back. Thank you. After pausing the video, hopefully you might have something like the fact that because the ones and the tenth place I'll write that down as I go. The ones and the tenths place. And what do you think I'm going to say here? What do we see when we look at our place value chart? Have the same values. You look to the hundredths place. Now remember, mine is not the only correct answer. I'm giving you a model of what it could look like as you finish. You look to the hundredths place. And remember, there was no number given in Abby's value. So this is building onto what we already know. So I'm going to put there is no digit given for Abby's number. So we know that digit in the hundredths place can be a 0. Remember that because 4 tenths is equal to 40 hundredths. And I'll even write that here in parentheses. 4 tenths equals 40 hundredths. Okay? Therefore, 6.4, and then that 0 reminds you that it's a 40, is less than 6.42. And there we have it. We see that if, of course, remember this is in terms of money, you're always going to want the higher amount. So 6.42 is greater than 6.4, also known as 6.40. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Oh, before I forget, we have to put in our blank. I know that Aiden swam further. Of course, if you want to, it does say further, so not necessarily deeper. You could go further across in the pool as well, but realize that Aiden's amount is just barely going to be further than hers. 200ths of a foot is like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of an inch. Very small amount. But again, yes, please let me know in the comment section if you have any questions.